Max from Canada.
I'm Suji from Thailand.
We are a married couple and we live in Thailand together with our 12th dog. This is Ruby, who is distracting her, and we have Sunny here, and we have other dogs sleeping. We already reacted to part 1. You don't have to see part 1 first, but I will put it at the end of this video, and then this is part 2 of the 101 fact about Germany. Let's go. Let's continue.
Buzingen am Hochhain, commonly known as Buzingen, which is a German town entirely surrounded by territory belonging to Switzerland. Since the early 19th century, it's been physically separated from the rest of Germany by a narrow strip of land that contains the Swiss village of Dorflingen. At its narrowest point, this strip of Switzerland separates Buzingen from the rest of the German state of Baden-Württemberg by only 700 metres. Number 52. Motorists are only allowed to stop on the German autobahn for emergencies, and running out of gas is not considered an emergency. Therefore, it is actually illegal to run out of fuel in the legendary motorway. Drivers can be fined and have their licenses suspended for up to 6 months for this offence. Number 53.
You can
Surprisingly,
go
roughly
as fast as you
2/3
want,
of the German
but
autobahn has no speed limit for certain classes of vehicles.
careful.
That being said, going faster than the advisory speed limit of 130 kilometers per hour, known as the, oh jeez, this is going to be difficult to say, Richtgeschwindigkeit, can incur increased liability in the case of an accident. Damn you, Richtgeschwindigkeit. Damn you.
No, but
hell.
that rule is a bit deceiving, because when we watch a video, it's mostly in a straight line on the autobahn that there's no speed limit. I noticed that when there's turn like this, usually to remove the no speed limit. You can see the indication that say, oh, now you can go as fast as you can, but then when it's curvy, then it to remove the no speed limit, like category.
Like you need to remember, like
Yeah.
which one.
You need to look at the indication and...
Number
Yeah,
54.
wrong.
Germany is also home to Europe's largest ring road, known as the Berliner Ring, which, at a total length of 196 kilometres, is roughly 8 kilometres longer than the London M25 motorway. Show off, it's not all about length. Number 55. According to German law, the state actually has a say on what German parents can name their Teutonic tots. German names must denote a gender, and surnames cannot be used as first names. Sucks to be you, Clark Gregg, actor who plays Agent Coulson in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we recently made a video about, which is why I specifically remember the name. Sucks to be you, Clark Gregg. Number 56. You may be surprised to know that in Germany, escaping from prison is not punishable by law. German law holds that the desire to be free is a basic human instinct, and therefore prisoners have the right to escape. However, prisoners are held liable for any property damage or harm caused to other people
Yes,
as a result of their
exactly.
breakouts.
Like-
So, in reality, escapes usually do incur some form of punishment.
Yes, this is such a weird law, because you go out of jail, right? You need to eat, so you go to a convenience store or something, you go to a 7-Eleven, I don't know if you're in Germany, and then you steal some bread because you need to eat, but you're gonna get, like, add to your sentence for stealing that bread, you know? When you escape, you have to break a law. If you don't want to get caught, you need to do something, so it's a bit like, yeah, but...
Okay, Brits and Americans, you may want to sit down for this one. University is completely free in Germany. Tuition fees were abolished in 2014 as having to pay for higher education was considered socially unjust. Meanwhile, our governments are perfectly happy to saddle teenagers with mountains of debt. However, don't despair. University is free in Germany even for international students, so all you have to do is move to another country, which is super easy for us Brits because the UK is part of the European Union. Oh, god damn it, I forgot.
They are no longer part.
Germany.
Hey, I still have 1 year and 8 months of student loan.
I have 15 years.
I'm gonna be 40 when I'm done paying my student loan. Imagine, guys. And I'm in Canada. If I was in the US, I would finish paying when I'm 80 because it's so great, more expensive in Canada.
You should not study.
And different kinds of sausage. Right, well now I absolutely have to move to Germany. What's the German for I want your German sausage? I'm sure that won't be misinterpreted. Number 59. Germany also created currywurst. Slices of German sausage served with spicy sauce and chips. And the recipe has become somewhat of a modern classic of German cuisine. Over 800 million currywurst are eaten in Germany every year. Which makes sense because it sounds lovely, although that spicy sausage might hurt my mouth. It's not good with hot stuff. Number 60. It sounds so good to people, in fact, there's even a museum in Berlin dedicated to the popular snack. The Deutsches Currywurst Museum was opened in 2009 to mark the 60th anniversary of the dish's creation, and welcomes around 350,000 sausage lovers each year. Number 61. There's also a notable sausage restaurant in Regensburg called the Regensburg Sausage Kitchen. Man, the Germans aren't the most creative thing namers, are they? However, despite its underwhelming title, the restaurant has an impressive claim to fame. as it's been in business continuously for almost 900 years, making it one of the oldest restaurants on the face of the planet. Number 62. Speaking of super old things, the Weihenstephan Brewery in Freising, southern Germany, has been in continuous operation since the year 1040, making it almost an entire millennium old. Number 63. Germany also happens to be the only country in which the McRib is available at McDonald's all year round, though.
The hell is a McRib?
Lucky bastards. Nintendo 64.
Never seen this.
One of Germany's most well-known folk festivals is Munich's Oktoberfest, famous as a huge event for the celebration of and copious consumption of beer. The event officially dates back to 1810, when Crown Prince Ludwig threw himself a knees up to celebrate his wedding to Princess Therese. Despite the name, Oktoberfest actually starts in the last week of September, though it does finish in October. Number 65. Oktoberfest is the world's largest festival of its kind. Some estimates put the amount of beer consumed at the event at a whopping 1.8 million gallons, or roughly 8.2 million litres. People who pass out drunk at Oktoberfest are referred to as beer.
I don't like beer.
Which
You
means
don't like
beer
beer.
No, I cannot
corpses.
even drink it.
We both like cider. Like Irish cider or Swedish cider. Not beer. I hate beer. It gives me like a tickle of my arms. I don't know. My body cannot handle beer.
Number 66.
Problem too.
Germany is one of several countries, with others including France, Austria, Spain and the Netherlands. That's a terrible fact. Oh wait, there's more. Where you can buy beer at McDonald's. Thinking about it, a Happy Meal and a pint sounds pretty immense right now.
I've never seen this.
I know where I'm taking Jennifer Lawrence for our anniversary. Number 67. Germans also like to take their bread seriously. There are over 300 varieties of bread to be found in Germany, each one more bready than the last. I can't actually prove that, by the way. I just like saying
Wow, do you want to go there?
it. Number 68.
Well, I like bread.
If you hadn't figured it out before, hamburgers, the delicious construction of meat and bread, got their name from the city of Hamburg, where they were created. Incidentally, the people of Hamburg are also known as hamburgers, which is just nice to know, but I'm sure they're just as
their
delicious.
people are named hamburger. The people living there.
Number 69. Spicy first sausage. Germany is also attempting to become as environmentally friendly as possible, with a goal of abandoning fossil fuels entirely by 2050 and generating all its electricity from renewable energy sources. Currently, about a third of Germany does so, which is
I will
very
believe it
impressive,
when I
actually.
see it, by the way. When they
Number
talk like this.
70. To that end, Germany is also slowly closing all of its nuclear power plants and hopes to have gotten rid of all of them by 2022. Number 71.
Hey, 2022. Tell us if that happened. I'm always skeptical. Please tell us if this happened.
Continuing its status as a potentially utopian environmentally friendly paradise, Germany consistently ranks highly in terms of recycling rates. Its competition often comes in the form of Switzerland and Austria. Must be something about speaking German, which makes you want to save the planet from its near inevitable decline into a polluted wasteland. Number 72. Germany has won the Football World Cup an impressive 4 times. Interestingly, however, its most recent 2014 win in Brazil was the first time as a united country. The 3
Is it when
previous titles
they
were
beat
won
Brazil
by
like
West
8-1
Germany.
or something? Or it
Number
was a
73.
different World Cup?
Speaking of Germany winning the World Cup in 2014, some of you may remember that this particular World Cup included a record-breaking football match against Brazil.
Oh,
in
yeah,
which
that
Germany
one.
humiliated the South Americans, who are often considered the best in the world,
predicted
also
the
Football
future.
Daily told me, by crushing them 7-1.
Oh, I thought it was
Germany went
8-1.
5-0
I
up
almost
within
got
the first half hour.
I
and
remember
by
this
full
match,
time, it
I
dealt
watched
Brazil
it
the biggest
live.
World Cup defeat in the nation's history. It really was something to behold, actually. Total
was
and
crazy.
utter decimation. Did I mention the competition that year was held in Brazil? It was just, I mean, my God.
Miroslav Klose.
Number 74. Interestingly, which kind of depends on how you define interesting, Germany is the world's capital of, enlargement. With roughly 8 in every 100,000 men in the country opting to have their German sausage supersized. Number 75. Due to the effect of the Chernobyl disaster, which occurred in 1986, some of Germany's woodland areas are populated with radioactive wild boars.
Wow.
Number 76. In order to prevent the escape of elderly Germans suffering from dementia, a number of nursing homes in Germany have erected fake bus stops outside their buildings to lure residents who try to go AWOL.
What?
Number 77.
What the?
In order to combat anti-Semitism in modern-day Germany, a Jewish community outreach group created a service boldly titled Rent a Jew. Spokesperson Masha Schmerling said that by sending ordinary Jewish people into German schools and universities, people will see that
Rent
Jews
a
are
Jew?
completely normal people who don't
In
want to be
Japan, they
defined
have
purely by
rent a
history.
girlfriend, rent a
Number
boyfriend, and
78.
rent a Jew.
The world's tallest cathedral is currently located in the southern German city of Ulm and is known as Ulm-Minster. When I say the world's tallest cathedral is located in Ulm, I don't mean Ulm-Minster is on wheels. That'd be ridiculous. The church, which measures up an impressive 530 feet, is due to be overtaken by the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, which, when completed in the next next few years will stand at 172.5
Nice.
metres tall, beating Ulminster by over 10 metres. Number 79. Cologne Cathedral, unsurprisingly located in the German city of Cologne, was built over a period of 700 years. It can hold
My
around
God,
40,000
even.
people and was the highest building in the world between
700
1880 and
years,
1884,
that's crazy.
the year in
Yeah,
which the
that's
highly
crazy.
erotic Washington Monument was completed. Number 80. The German Parliament building has an interesting feature in the form of a glass dome that allows members of the public to look down on parliamentary proceedings. This symbolises that the German people are above
Is
the
it the
government
one
and that the
people
government
manifest
should always remain
not long ago?
transparent. Ah, I see. Very clever. Number 81. Angela Merkel has been the Chancellor of Germany since 2005 and has
Oh,
become
I
such a
see.
symbol
I
for
know
powerful
her, right?
women
Wait,
that
this video
Barbie
is
has
old.
produced
She's
an
no
Angela
longer
Merkel
Chancellor.
doll. Number 82. A dubious assertion from
Oh,
middle-aged
this
German
one.
folklore
I love
claims
this
that a
picture.
person can cure themselves from toothache by kissing a donkey. Exactly where on the donkey is never specified, but I don't want to go near an ass with my lips. Number 83. Speaking of folklore, the tradition of the Easter Bunny originated among German Lutherans.
Oh.
One legend holds that the Easter Bunny was once a bird. It was then transformed into a rabbit, but retained the ability to lay eggs. Number 84.
You hide some
Additionally, the tradition
chocolate egg all over the playing field, and then the children need to go collect it.
of sticking a
And then
tree in
the
your living
rabbit
room to
took
mark
it.
the birth of Jesus, aka the Christmas tree
Well,
tradition,
because it
actually
looked like a
originated
little
in
egg.
Germany.
When you go
Number
point,
85.
Put it.
The term Kris Kringle as an alternative name for Santa comes from the German word Christkindl, which literally means Christ child. This
Whoa.
is because in Germany it's baby Jesus who brings everyone presents, not some chubby dude in a red suit. Frankly, I prefer the chubby dude, less judgmental than maybe Jesus. Number 86. The German town of Gengenbach likes to bring the Christmas cheer in the
Nice.
form of the world's largest advent calendar. Gengenbach's 18th century town hall, or
Wow, the style is
Rathaus,
sick.
has 24 windows, the equivalent to the number of windows on an advent calendar. Except these windows have government workers behind them, not chocolate.
Whoa.
Number 87. Another truly bizarre German tradition, this time part of the nation's New Year celebration, involves watching the 1963 comedy sketch Dinner for One. If you've
Oh, we
never heard
watched
of that
this.
sketch, you're not alone.
The guy
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
around the table
Never
and
heard
keep
of
falling.
Dinner for Two, but watching the 11-minute sketch has become an important part of German New Year celebrations. Number 88. In Germany, Father's Day is celebrated in a uniquely German fashion. Groups of men go hiking with one or several hand-drawn wagons filled with wine, beer and traditional regional food. Predictably, this results in a large amount of drunk German dudes, such that alcohol-related traffic accidents sometimes treble on Father's Day in Germany. Number 89. Germany also boasts, although I'm not sure how much of a boast this actually is, the world's narrowest street, which can be found in the southern city of Reutlingen. The street is called Sprauerhofstrasse, and at its narrowest
That's a
point,
street?
it's only 31
What?
centimetres wide.
31
Number
centimeters.
90.
This.
There are a number of places in Germany with names that are apparently perfectly unremarkable in German, but a touch more interesting in English. There's a town on the Rhine River in the state of Hesse called Assmannhausen. There's a village in Bavaria called Tittingfer,
Assmann.
and a mountain in the
Tit-
Bavarian Alps called, and I swear to Angela Merkel I'm not making this up, Wank Mountain, which is also what my bedroom was called in my lonely teenage years. Number 91. In German weddings, there's a tradition in which the bride is sometimes kidnapped by her friends before the wedding, leaving the groom to hunt for her as she's taken on a pub crawl by various different taverns. Didn't that happen in The Office? I'm pretty sure that happened in The Office. Number 92. Apparently, and I have no idea who conducted this research or why, only 71% of German men stand to urinate. Just under a third of German men sit down to have a wee. Bizarrely, the Germans even have specific words to describe one's urination stance. Those who stand are called Stehpinkler, and those who sit are known as Sitzpinkler. Number 93.
I'm a Since Pickler. It's funny because when I was young, it was said that if you're a man, you need to stand up to pee. You're not a real man if you sit down. As I grew up, I always sit down because when you try to aim and you stand up, it go everywhere. So I always, since I've been an adult, I always sit down to pee. So I'm part of the 33%, the sit pen, whatever.
But it depends on what the material, like what you are using, I think.
What do you mean what you're using?
Like if you're using a toilet bowl, if you don't want to be in a rush, you just sit.
Oh.
But then when a man, it's easy, right? They don't need like to pull all the pen down. They just like do some part of the pen and then they just like stand up and pee. That's easier for them.
I think as you get older, you just sit down because you don't care about people's opinion. But when you're a teenager, you have an ego, so you stand up.
The bizarre, almost sickening fact about the Germans is that their pillows are not rectangular, as God willed it at the
Oh.
moment of creation. but they are square. That's almost as bad as Canada and their bagged milk. Ugh, almost. Oh, you didn't know
What?
that Canadians store their milk in bags? Well, you can learn
Making
about
fun
that
of
in
us.
101 Facts About Canada. But don't say I didn't warn you, it's disgusting. Number 94.
Off.
Interestingly and somewhat bizarrely,
Now I
when
wanna
Germans
know.
discuss the time, they count the minutes to the next hour rather than after. This means if you ask a German the time and are told, for example, halb drei, which literally means 3:30, the time is actually 2:30 or 2:30 in English. Number
I
95.
hate this.
The Germans can also lay claim to one of the most enjoyable actors of his generation, Peter Dinklage, who is widely known for playing Tyrion Lannister on the medieval fantasy television
This
series
guy is a
Game of
legend.
Thrones.
Yeah.
We love
Dinklage is
this
actually related to
Game
the
of Thrones.
Westphalian noble family, von Dinklage, who changed their names during World War II.
Oh, wow.
Number 96.
Oh, really?
The national animal of Germany is the golden eagle, which it shares as a mascot with 4 other nations: Albania, Austria, Mexico, and Kazakhstan. This makes the golden eagle the world's most common national animal. Number 97. Depending on your personal level of prudishness, you may or may not be shocked to learn that prostitution is legal in Germany. In fact, prostitution is so legal in Germany that the government actually funds visits to specialist sex workers for disabled citizens. There's even training centres where German prostitutes can get a diploma in qualified sexual accompaniment and assistance
Oh, wow.
to disabled people.
Interesting.
Hey, and why shouldn't there be?
I'm interested to know if it worked well.
That one he mentioned something about the government make it not legal.
You can even have a diploma, and the government can help also disabled people that cannot have sex with other people to have a service to the prostitute for the disabled people.
Wow.
To come have help for people that
Wait.
are in difficulty.
I'm talking about this, right? Thai people went there sometimes illegally, thing like that. And
To
then-
Germany?
Yeah, and then living there, like mentioned sometimes they saw Thai
As sex
people.
worker?
Yeah, thing like that, but
Oh.
more like illegal.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure that just because something is legal doesn't mean that you can do it anywhere, at any place, at any moment. I'm sure there are still rules. It's like driving. I'm sure there's still rules.
Feels a bit weird to go from that to this, but on the very first day of school, every German child receives a giant cone filled with sweets and toys, called a Schultüte. This tradition dates all the way back to the 1800s, and these days some particularly sport German sprogs even receive video games and cell phones in their cones too. This tradition is also observed in Austria, as well as certain areas of Switzerland, Poland and the Czech Republic. Number 99. Annoyingly for Germans, just over 60% of YouTube's top 1,000 videos have been blocked on the German version of the site. The reasons for this are not entirely certain, but many people point to the German performance rights organisation GEMA and copyright claims.
Yeah,
Sucks for you, German tubers, although hope you can see this.
yeah, and I think it's changed recently, but this company is also annoying because if you're like watching a stream or a live video and something you don't like about what's said about the video, you can report to GEMA, and then they're gonna shut down the live link in Germany. I think there's something about that.
Claims. Sucks to be you, German tubers, although hope you can see this.
I think that's changed recently.
The longest word ever published in the German language is... Oh my god. Really? I can't say this? Let me give it a go. Okay, here we go. Ready? Donnerdampfer Schifffahrt Elektricitaten Hauptbetriebswerk Boote Bienten.
Why do you make
The word is 79
word
letters
like
long,
this?
and in English translates to Association for Subordinate Officials of the Head of Office Management of the Danube Steamboat Electrical Services.
Okay,
Huh.
that makes sense then.
How can such an interesting
I
word
guess.
describe something so utterly boring? Number 1.
But it's more than one word. More like a sentence.
It is a common yet entirely unsubstantiated belief in Germany that one can become sick from fresh air blowing through an open window. Many
really?
Germans literally believe that draft can cause colds, the flu, pneumonia, and even clogged arteries. Which,
No.
by the way, I'm happy to report to any superstitious Germans out there, is complete and utter bollocks. It's nonsense, by the way. But do you know what wasn't bollocks? This video. It was great, wasn't it? Did you have a good time? Give this video a like and comment below what was your favourite. And also comment below what you want to see.
Wow, a lot of fact. I'm sure that some of you are going to, because this video is 4 years ago, I'm sure a lot of you are going to say that some of it is BS, but please let us know how accurate it was, and it was very interesting.
True. And what's changed now?
Thank you for watching, everyone. I will put part 1 here. You can go watch it if you have not. Thank you for the amazing suggestion.